And ooh. Skewer is like shockingly easy to land against people online. Ridley down air. God, Ridley's down air is like the biggest meme move in this game, dude. Between it not being the tail pogo and it just being complete shit, it is so dumb. But it still has uses, such as I need to get like a ton of jewel cases. I need to get a ton of jewel cases because currently, like, okay, if you don't know, Wii U, and GameCube like boxes, they degrade like instantly. They don't last, especially if you have a bunch of them and they're like stacked on each other, or you try to put them in a shell and they're like either leaning on each other or they're like suspended by the edges. Generally, if you do anything with them besides store them on flat ground, the boxes will collapse. All of the GameCube, Wii, and Wii U games that I have right now that I like care about are inside a box on their own. They are separated by like they're not scratching each other, but they're not the most protected. Five Nights! I call it the Five Nights because it looks like nasty, withered foxy jump scare. You didn't do the second part of Heel Slide. Good for you. That should not have worked. Here's a fun bit of advice for you when fighting Bayonettas on Quickplay. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna do the second part of Heel Slide. They're gonna do it. Even if you block it and they are fully capable of reacting to it, they're gonna do the second part. Yeah, Quickplay Bayonettas love Heel Slide. Like, wow, I can approach and start a combo all at once? Count me in, dude. But I haven't played Yoshi in a while. I played Yoshi a bit in Smash 4. One of my many, at one point, mains. Ooh, Ganondorf. Time to get away with many things I should not. Like spamming up on the right stick. How many characters did I main back in Smash 4? I started with Duck Hunt and Bowser Jr. Then I switched to Ganondorf at some point. My high school did like Smash tournaments and I always played Ganondorf. God, those tournaments were so f***ing funny because like I was the only person who brought my Wii U. Like I was critical to the functioning of that club. But because we only had one Wii U, in order for like tournaments to function, until we got to like go very end, like top 4 or something, we had to play on our 3DSs. I actually landed 2 Warlock punches during my first tournament. Whether that says more about me or the people I was playing against, I will let you decide. At some point, I played Yoshi, played Bowser at some point, Luigi, Pac-Man. You'll notice I never played any good characters until the end where I played Rosalina and Luma, and Pocketed Cloud. Well, Luigi was okay in Smash 4, but I only mained him after he got nerfed. Oh, Kirby! I also played Kirby in Smash 4. Ooh. I love Yoshi down tilt. I love any move in this game that gets me a knockdown pretty easily. Anything that isn't a combo but still lets me maintain control, I love. Because it makes me feel like I'm actually, like, doing things. It's part of why I love Brawl, because every move in that game is like that. I am behind a stock, they can just get inside me. I need to undo that right now. By doing that, That is the most not a thing setup in this game that still sometimes works for no reason, by the way, is Yoshi jab to run off stage forward air. It should not work, but it does for some reason. It's like the DK cargo throw to forward air thing that nobody falls for anymore unless you have f***ing paid actors. Except you actually can get away with it and don't need paid actors. They definitely wanted to fish for a Ganon side there. Holy. Yoshi down air. We love Yoshi down air. Who did I main in Smash 4? I played Game & Watch in Smash 4. I played Mr. Game & Watch a bit. I also think I went through a Dr. Mario phase. I mained Pikachu for like 2 weeks near the tail end of the game. And I spammed the down air a lot. King Dedede, I also made King Dedede at some point. Rob. I also played a bunch of Villager at some point. Yeah, just... I did way too much. Now I just main Plant, and I never play them because I'm afraid of losing GSP. Which I know GSP doesn't matter, but... I want Plant to be my best character. God, it sucks being a Plant main, though. Like an unironic Plant main, because you know when the next game comes out, Plant's like the first character getting the axe. I know it's going to happen, and this character who clicks with me so well, like I have to make the most of them being in this game. God, now I'm thinking about the f***ing pre-Ultimate hype cycle, dude. Ultimate up until, you know, the pandemic hit, like, from reveal through to there, Ultimate was, like, so fucking cool. Like, keeping up with the scene, playing the game, it was so cool. Yeah, and then everyone was forced to play online, and people realized Sonic was actually really good. And then Fighters Pass 2 happened. Man, I miss early Ultimate. I miss early Ultimate. It was so good. Yeah, I genuinely... Well, I know exactly why this was my first main in Smash 4. Because when Smash 4 came out, I had recently gotten a dog. And Duck Hunt had a skin that vaguely looked like that dog. And that's the skin I'm using right now. Fighting Heavies definitely emphasizes one of Duck Hunt's biggest weaknesses, and that is the inability to take stocks very well. See what I mean? Like, what is this? You wanna know Duck Hunt's best stock-taking move? Down-angled forward tilt. It's that. That is what you take your stocks with Duck Hunt. Clay Pigeon loops in early Ultimate were, like, actually f***ing insane, by the way. Like, Duck Hunt was never a good character, but still got, like, a huge nerf. And I understand why Clay Pigeon loops are not good, but what I don't understand is why they would get rid of that, but then keep Luigi's infinite death combos and then add Kazuya and, you know, like, give Duck Hunt something. Throw him a bone. Haha, dog. Clay Pigeon loops are still kind of a thing, especially on heavy characters, but you need to do weird things. Like, you need to use them at a specific height in your jump, and I just don't have that memorized, and even if I did, I'm sure my lack of precision would make that not very doable. Okay, we're doing this now. This is how the game is gonna go now. Okay, normally I criticize DK players for going for that, because it's stupid. At the very least, they're doing it in the way that, well, pretty much guarantees it won't work, but also pretty much guarantees that I can't instantly obliterate them for it. Look at how zoomed out the camera is from my can. I get why the game does that. I get why the game zooms out so you can see the can. God damn, dude. You can really troll with that if you wanted to. Like, you could just do this. I mean, granted, you're definitely better off keeping your can with you. But you know, using it to zoom out the camera to annoy people, that's not the worst idea. Ooh! You got greedy! Don't do that! Why did you jab twice in the direction opposite me? For what purpose? Oop! Yeah! I get to land one of Duck Hunt's just worst moves. Duck Hunt's smash attacks are all so bad. But when you get the chance to use them, it's nice. Because they do exactly what they should do. It's just that landing them is f***ing impossible. Which is part of why Duck Hunt struggles to take stock. I don't play Iggy much anymore. Usually if I'm gonna play one of the Koopa kids, I'm gonna play like anyone else except Wendy. It kind of sucks that Wendy is like the one Koopaling that nobody liked. But I mean, like at the same time, you kind of gotta blame the character designer. Oh boy, we got someone with a bunch of wacky characters in their name. Something I really like doing whenever I see names like this is I look for letters that are not pronounced the way they want to. Like the letter they very clearly think is a P or they want to use as a P is actually a thorn. So this is Turthaz, and even then the A and the Z, those are definitely not ad. God, Bowser Jr. down tilt is such a silly, stupid move. Mainly because it's bad. Like, it's really bad. I didn't realize I was on my last stock. When did I lose both of my stock? Oh no. Oh no, this is not good. Anyway, like I was saying, Iggy down tilt, well, Koopaling down tilt, is a very strange move. It feels like it should be one of those moves that has really niche application, but it just isn't and is bad. Like, it looks like it would be a good two-framing tool, but it just doesn't consistently hit below the ledge. Keyword being consistently, by the way. It does hit below the ledge, which is not well enough for it to actually be good at two-framing. Dude, the clown cannon. It's such a bad move, but it's a slow-moving projectile, so sometimes you can just throw it out and it'll work. The move is genuinely terrible, but for some reason it works sometimes. And the situations where you can throw it out oftentimes are situations where you might as well, because you don't really have anything better to do. And yet the move is still terrible. The move is terrible, you should use it sometimes. Bowser Jr. is such a f***ed up character, by the way. Killing jab, but safe as hell forward smash, top 5 up air in the game, was even more f***ed up back in Smash 4, because fun fact, in Smash 4, if you got the landing hit of down air, it would just completely cancel all the landing lag. I don't know why, and I don't think anyone else does either. I don't have a Switch 2 yet. Do we have any updates on how well the new Joy-Con attachment stuff is going? Like how well the magnets are holding up? Are they holding up better than the slide in place? The rail system that the Switch 1 and the original Joy-Cons had, it was not good. Like, my Joy-Cons do not attach to my Switch properly anymore. I am spamming side smash and getting away. I'm pretty sure down smash is Bowser Jr.'s, like, least useful move. It's still better than neutral B, but again, there are situations where you just want to use it, like right here. Didn't go for Hocus Pocus, you coward. Ooh, clearly my reflexes there are wrong. Holy shit. I think I remember part of why I mained Bowser Jr. at the start of Smash 4. This is back in the Smash 3DS days, before I had anyone to play with. What happened was, I'm pretty sure I was doing, like, the multi-man Smash thing, and I'm pretty sure just doing this over and over again, just spamming Bowser Jr. side B over and over was, like, weirdly effective at it. That was the childhood strategy, I say, as I was like 12. Actually, I wasn't even 12. I was like 2014. For some reason, I always feel like Smash 4 came out earlier than it did. And it's just on an instinctual level. It's not even, oh, the timestamps in my head say this happens when this happens. No, I just feel like instinctively it should have released in 2013. Of course, it didn't. It released in 2015, I believe. But I just, for some reason, my brain says it released like 2 years before it did. Which I don't know why I think that. You know, as much as I am completely fine with them using Ocarina of Time Ganondorf in this game, one thing that I hate, they got rid of my alt from Smash 4. The gray Ganondorf with the dark red hair, they got rid of that. And that was like my alt in Smash 4. Why'd they get rid of it? There was this one time back in 2023, I believe. Like, it's always when I do a Smash stream after, like, a series that I have f***ing controller problems. I don't know why. Because this happened previously, too. Like, I wanted to start doing stuff with spirits in Smash Ultimate, but my controller stopped working. Fun fact, my Pro Controller is not one Pro Controller. It is the parts of 3 Pro Controllers that Frankenstein together, and it's still a bit finicky. Fun fact. If you enable wired communication on a Switch Pro Controller, it just has more input delay, defeating the entire point. I swear, I have this f***ing, like, curse or something. For some reason, things just degrade faster when I use them. And I'm not reckless with these things, I treat them as well as I can. Things tend to break faster when I use them. Let's play some Mr. Game & Watch. You know, maybe this is why my Game & Watch dropped out of Elite Smash. Yeah, not so fun fact, most of my DSs, except for my DSi, like my DS Lite and my first 3DS, both of them can't be charged anymore. However, there was a brief period of time where they wouldn't charge regularly, but if I weighed down the charger, if I weighed down the little plasticky thing that's around the area where they plug into the system, if I pried that downward, then it would charge. Which leads me to believe that, you know, some, like, contact was out of place, and then eventually me pressing on it like that just pushed it even further and further, and then eventually it reached a point of no return. Something of that sort. This guy has Tornado. Why am I not using Downbeat? Wait, you can't absorb that? That is so dumb. Why can you not absorb that? It's wind, not energy. You can absorb water projectile. You cannot absorb blood. You 100% can absorb some water attack in this game. I know that for a fact. I don't know if it's like Greninja Up B or something. Or like Squirtle Neutral B or something. But you can absorb a water move in this game. I very distinctly remember being able to. You know what? Let's play King Dedede. You know, we were talking about weirdly good up tilts earlier. King Dedede's up tilt is so strange. King Dedede in general is a very strange character. Up tilt in specific, that move gets away with way more than it should. What? That didn't. Why didn't that go through the shield? Was it because I landed dead center on the guy? Was it because I landed dead center on the guy, and so the stars didn't hit? Yeah, fun fact, usually that move does enough shield damage. If you get the falling hit, the landing hit, and one of the stars, it will go through shield. It won't break shield, but it will go through it. Now, granted, I don't think it's safe on hit, so I still probably would have died due to up B related causes, but still sucks. Okay, yeah, that's enough of King Dedede. Every now and then I get the urge to play King Dedede, and then I realize, wait, this guy is terrible. The fact that who is better, Roy or Chrom, was a genuine debate is... I miss that. A thing with Smash Ultimate is that it is an insanely balanced game when nobody has studied it. Unfortunately, this game released at a time such that 1 year into its existence, people who were taking the game seriously had nothing to do but study. Why does that not work? You cannot counter Octaslash from the ledge. You just can't. It doesn't work. Don't do it ever. What? Okay. Sure, we'll go with that. Villager versus Ness. Now this matchup has one fun little quirk, and it's that you can pocket up B. Which I would have done right there were it not for Smash Ultimate's sticky ledges. Oh, haha. Funny, funny. Yeah, you just gotta get the Nest far enough off stage where they can't double jump and air dodge. Or snag their double jump while they're on stage, then knock them off. Which, frankly, isn't that hard to do against a lot of Nest players, because Nest players love double jump forward air. They love it so much. They can't help themselves. Of course you go for the back throw there, even though it has no chance of killing. You just look at the damage number and think, yep, that's good enough. Nope! I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. That's back throw. Weirdly enough, Villager's back throw is actually also quite good. For no real reason. Yeah, it's not like it's detrimental to the game for Villager to have a weirdly good back throw. It's mostly just whatever, because Villager's grab's kind of bad. It's just strange, and I question it. I should be using the tree more. I should be using Timber more. Why am I not using Timber? Because I don't have the time to set it up, because Captain Falcon mains are way too f***ing aggressive. Which, I mean, granted, the character kind of encouraged it. Very infamously, Captain Falcon's dash turnaround is not very good, despite him being a fast character. Which many Captain Falcon mains complain about. Even though it's actually genuinely accidentally one of the most genius design choices in the game. Yeah, it does just feel bad though, so can't blame them for complaining too much. Up the classic, Captain Falcon up. Why did they give that move the biggest hitbox ever, by the way? Okay, sure. Hit stop. Does that, sure. Why does Corrin have the best up air in the game, by the way? By the way, it's been starting to cool off around here lately, which is very good. The ability to sit down for more than 10 minutes without drenching my ass in a puddle of sweat is very appreciated. That was not a true combo, by the way. That was the most fake thing I've ever seen myself do in this game. I say seen myself do, as if I didn't do it. I witnessed my own body move on its own. What am I saying? You know, I've never understood why Rob is so huge in Smash. And also in Mario Kart DS. Like, in the fucking thanks for playing thing at the end of Mario Kart DS, Rob is inexplicably huge. Bigger than he is in the actual game. And I don't know why. I don't know how this matchup goes. Can I gravitational pulse round and instantly make it a, an item? Yes, I can. God damn it, I got hit with the King of Skill Special. Oh god, my tinnitus. I got tinnitus. Oh no. It's very minor, but it's definitely noticed. And it's made my voice go weird. Those are definitely unrelated to each other. They happened at the same time. You know what? My back is starting to hurt again. Yeah, that was fun.